welcome back to more Josh-CCLP4. I have NM248 here. We're going to try and finish up the Josh-CCLP2 section with 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I looked ahead, and apparently the next level is Glove World, and that looks like a pretty easy one. So this is one that Josh directly warned me about. I don't know why I stepped onto the ball there. And he said he went too far with it. So we'll see how it goes. So I can get a red key and a blue key, or I can move this block. It looks like this block on my left's eventual destination is that bomb, but it might be a cloned fireball. I don't see any other uses for... Okay, so there's a chip under it. So I didn't see any other uses for the block. So this allows me to get that trap button pressed. What was down here? A blue key. Just because this level's using lock nails, I know I have to be careful. Okay, so that drowns the bugs. And if I can figure out a way to get the skates, then I'll free up a block, and I can do that like so.
Bummer.
Why did I do that? But I could have got the green key from there. So far this doesn't seem too bad. Like, it's very possible I just haven't been playing the level long enough to see what's so bad about it. But I don't know. I'm having fun playing this right now.
Bummer.
I'm being really bad with my playing, but I'm having fun. So yeah, let's not be stupid this time. Let's actually get the green key. Interesting fireballs there. I think they'll probably get used later. Ooh, this level intertwines with itself a lot. Okay, anyway. So now I can hit the tank button again and blow up that bomb, or I could get the trap button held down. I think I want to blow up the bomb. So let's go back down here and move the tank. And take the red key. Yeah, just because then I can go back and hit the tank again and have the tank hold the trap button for me. Okay. Don't go up to the topmost column yet. You'll be in hot water if you do. Well, that's interesting. What am I supposed to do with that? Oh, wait. Okay, I think I get it. Yeah, it'll clone fireballs and they'll go onto the slide. I guess? Yeah, that would make sense. So let's see. I could get all three of these keys. Not worrying about looping. And it looks like there's a blue wall section, and all three keys will be required for it. So let's just go around and get the keys. Wish I didn't have to loop through this every time, but small price. Could definitely be worse. Because that is a pretty lenient step off. Okay, let's clear out as many blue walls as we can here. There's a teleport that I don't think I can reach right now. No, I can, but I don't know where it leads. I'm gonna assume the blocks need to be block slid off there to get to more chips, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that's what I expected. Okay, that could have ended really badly. I'm not the biggest fan of this part. It's not bad, it's just not what I like playing, really. So we're gonna wait around for the block slide. Missed the timing again. Okay, so now I've got more chips collected. I'm gonna assume I have to go through the teleport at this point. Just because I don't see any other options. And I lose my skates. And this is an interesting room right here. So I'm gonna need to clone fireballs, and they're all going to need to go into that section on the left. I can't really explore much, but I can see enough to know I have no option but to put that there. Oh, you are kidding me. I think I needed to leave that as dirt to because this fireball will clone and he'll go die. So I think I'm screwed, but I don't see how to deal with this puzzle anyway, so this is an interesting one. Because I see no way to use all of these blocks. Even assuming Oh, the fireball gets cloned. He takes out the first bomb. I get fire boots later.
Bummer.
Wait, no, that spam clones fireballs? What? Okay, so I just opened the level up in the editor, and that will clone 5 fireballs. Exactly 5. Which is a really to me, because that's really, really, really easy to just set up, I think. Like, if you're supposed to clear that room out of fireballs, then okay. Um, yeah, this level doesn't seem too bad at all. So yeah, that was not at all what I expected from that block, or from that button. I expected a single clone, and I would get fire boots later and be able to use them on that block. What I got was not that. I really like this beginning section, though. This section's a little tight for my liking, but the aesthetic of it is really nice. I'll give it that much. I think this is the tank state I want. It is. And alright. So yeah, I'll have to come back there with fire boots, and that chip is going to be a bit of a problem still. Just doing what I remember. Oh, come on! I even remembered where the safe one was, and I couldn't get it. Yeah, my memory is usually pretty good about blue walls on subsequent plays. No, I have to go up through this one, right? You probably gotten those with fire boots later, too. Meh. Okay, let's do this one right. So if I'm... So, now that we know what this cloner is going to do, I see what the intention here is, and I'm going to break it. Just a little bit. Yeah, because you can just drop the blocks on the gravel. I see what the goal of that room was, but it does not work as intended. And the fact that you're given 4 blocks and you can see that there's 5 bombs and 1 clone machine and a button you can only press once, it's definitely not as clear as I think it should have been. Okay, so what do we do with over here? Looks like we're going to need to send another monster through this way, probably a fireball given the level. And I have 6 blocks that need to be moved out of the way at this point. Okay, so that's all this is? Okay. I don't see anything wrong with this room. It's a little simple compared to the other one, but simple is not bad. I really liked the pushing the blocks to fill the fire, though. That was a really nice touch. So this fireball comes back. What does this trap button do? I'm going to look in the editor to see, just because I was warned about this level. It releases 1430. Okay, so that trap button releases the fireball to let me go back to the start with the fire boots. I think? Something like that. Hey, when I've been specifically warned about a level, I'm not pulling any punches with it. Okay. So I think now the only thing left to do would be go get my fire boots. So how can I do that? I think I have to go through that pathway I just opened up down here. But I can only do this once. Well, let's do it anyway. Okay, no, I can come back through the fire down there. Okay, this is clever. Oh, need to hit the tank button again. Okay, so before I actually hit the button, I'm going to see what exactly is going to happen. A tooth monster is going to hit a trap button, which will release a glider, which will clone fireballs every 6 from the cloner on my left. However, with the fire boots, I can actually shut it down. So that's not a... I can actually stop it. And it will start flooding the force floor slide. Okay. If I could get the tank in the other state, that would be really nice, but I don't think I can do that. Okay, I'm just going to ride the slide the whole way around and hopefully not mistime anything. So no more fireballs will join me. And I need to work my way back. Well, actually, I only need 2 more chips, and they're both guarded by fire early on. And this is a little uncool right here. The timing's not too bad, but that's definitely a little scary. So this fire lets me backtrack through here with the fire boots. Tank button once. Tank button twice. Wait my turn. And now I have the all the chips so I can just get it through the socket up here. And let's see. So I'm going to have to dodge this fireball and then make a run for it. This doesn't look too bad at all. Yeah, 350 degrees Fahrenheit solved. That was nowhere near as bad as I was led to believe it was. Maybe I just figured it out pretty quickly, but I was expecting something a lot worse than that. Anyway, Glove World. Make sure the fireball hits the trap buttons. So this one looks interesting with the so I'm just going to assume most of these are not real. Or I should say the inner ring of this blue wall. Yeah, so my assumption on the inner ring is pretty good. Nice loop, though. Ooh, that's interesting. I'm going to need a green key before I can get the other red. So yeah, as I said, I was expecting 350 degrees Fahrenheit to take much longer than that. But I am not going to complain that it didn't. Because it means I can go for Glove World and just end it here. And this will be a pretty short episode because I got 350 so quick. I'm going to have to retrieve that block, aren't I? Okay, thank you, blobs. Very cooperative blobs. I hope I don't screw this up. Okay, so we'll go and use my yellow key to get a green key. I see bombs down there, so we'll use the block on that. I'm going to go retrieve my other red key as well from the northwest. Okay, this is a fun level. Like, there's a little bit more walking between areas than I would have put, which is just something Josh did back then, like fill the entire level every time. But you know, that's totally fine. Like, that's just a different style. Okay, so I need to figure out how to deal with this, because I need to make sure the fireball hits the trap buttons, and, well, that's actually really easy. Let's sync up the movements. So the reason I do it that way is I know that if I move, that if I'm on the same parity as the monster, then I will not die from taking something. So I make sure that I'm one step away. And then I can just always get those two things if I have time to set them up. And with Glove World down, that is it for the Josh-CCLP2 section of Josh-CCLP4. I had more fun with that than the Josh-CCLP section, honestly. Those were both fun levels. So let's just sum it up a little bit. It's like I was expecting... Okay, so Pushy 2 went way too far. This was one Josh warned me about. Panic pushing, I enjoyed. Josh said I probably wouldn't. 350 degrees Fahrenheit, I enjoyed this too. I'm actually probably going to give this a recommendation for CCLP4 because I had a lot of fun with it. I can definitely see problems with it. I don't think it will get into CCLP4 just because I don't think other people will like it as much as I did. But there were a lot of really cool ideas there. Anyway, I will move on to the Josh L4 section, where the design will get a little more cohesive, and the difficulty should ramp up pretty quickly, because Josh L4 was meant to be difficult, with Ancient Glider Temple in the next video, which I'm actually going to record soon. And by soon, I mean now. So I'm going to hit stop, then I'm going to hit start, and then you'll be waiting a day, or maybe not, depending on if you're watching this after the fact, and I'm just going to stop rambling.